Princeville on the corner, and the crescent-shaped bay is Hanalei Bay. And this is Lumahai Beach to the right, and we're over Tunnels Beach. Yeah, they had Hurricane Iniki come through in 1992 was the last time they took a direct hit over here. And a lot of the town out of Princeville got completely wiped out. There was a few stilts left. But they actually had sustained winds on the island of over 200 miles an hour. So that's actually why there's so many roosters around too, because a lot of the roosters got broken out of coops in the backyard. And the weird thing is a lot of the other birds got blown out to sea and were never seen again, but all the roosters were down low, so they got blown out of coops, and they just flourished all over the island.
You don't really see a lot of birds here, do you?
Well, certain areas, like if you go over by the lighthouse, that's a wildlife sanctuary for the birds, so we give it a wide berth in the helicopters. And then in some of the valleys and canyons, you'll see them. We see a lot of the long-tailed white tropic birds on the Nepali coast. So they're here, but a lot of times, like we try to fly very friendly to the animals and very friendly to other people. So like the wildlife sanctuaries, we give them just a whole bunch of room.
That's better still. Now I know.
Anne doesn't want a long-tailed white tropic bird or a Nini goose sitting in her lap up here, you know. I like to avoid the bird strikes. Would you like to see some more waterfalls, Miss Jamie?
Yes.
Well, we subscribe to the #1 rule in life, which is keep the ladies happy, so I think we can make that happen.
That's a tough one with her.
I can tell that about her.
Jamie, don't forget you're being filmed.
Jamie said flip the camera off first. Coming into view on the right. Disappearing into the clouds at 4,200 feet. With a 2,000-foot waterfall. This is Mount Namakama. Means twisted or braided in Hawaiian. It's a reference to all the waterfalls on the face of the mountain. So we'll come in here and do a couple of little turns, let all of you get a good look. No matter how many times I see it, I think it's so cool to see the waterfall disappearing into the clouds. All the vertical lines you see are actually waterfalls, so depending on how much rain, they get a little bit thicker. So all those vertical lines, there's actually waterfalls flowing right now, they're just not quite as thick yet.
Is there a certain time of year when they're the thickest, or it's the rainiest, or they're really flowing like a lot?
It's pretty much all year round. All the waterfalls are rain driven, so it really depends on the day. And on this side of the island, this is pretty typical. It's pretty normal to have the clouds covering the mountains and just dumping rain up there, even this little light misty rain that you see on the windshield. So every day of the year, it's sunny, 77. Certain parts of the island, we get little bits of rain and lots of beautiful waterfalls. you into the Hanalei River Valley today. This is a very good example of why Kauai is so pretty. About 80% of our island is completely inaccessible almost, except by helicopter, except for by hiking in. So all of this land underneath you, this is public land. You can come back here. There are no roads. There's no service stations. There's no park rangers. It's just land that's been untouched. Parts of the Hanalei Valley for thousands of years. They did a little farming here a few hundred years ago. The only thing close to a road you'll see is to the left, and that's where the power lines are at. The one set of power lines crosses the entire island. So if we get the winds up high here, it knocks out power to the whole island, not just your neighborhood. I lost my power 3 times last month. Would you like to fly into the volcano today, Thomas?
Sure.
All right. Ahead of us and to the right, disappearing into the clouds at 5,250 feet, about a mile high, is the volcano that formed Kauai. This is Mount Waialeale. This is the rainiest spot on Earth. It rains 450 inches a year here on average. One year we got over 600 inches. We actually only see the top of the mountain 30 days out of any given year. And that's why there's waterfalls on all sides, left and right. It's why the valleys are so green and lush. It's basically a tropical rainforest environment. And you can actually hike up there in the Alakai swamp where all the rain gathers and it pools off to the different sides of the island. Once again, no roads, so that's what they call adventure hiking.
Is that what you've done?
I haven't gone to the Alakai yet. As we come over, I can point it out to you. My last set of days off, I climbed Sleeping Giant Mountain, which is over the ridge to the left, and I did a little bit of snorkeling over by Kauai, and then I did a short hike over close to KA, but it was just down the beach, kind of goofing off on the beach that day. That's Sleeping Giant way over there. And it's a good day hike if you want to go. You've got like 4 hours to kill. It's really pretty. So what you see up here, Adolf, is pretty typical. The top of the crater is about 5,250 feet, and it disappears into the clouds on most days. We'll fly you through the east wall of the crater. Pretty thing to me about it, because the volcano has been extinct for about 4 million years. It's very lush and green on the inside. Welcome to the heart of Kauai. Welcome to the Mount Waialeale crater. down to the left, Mauricio, what they call the Wall of Tears.